Hello everyone and welcome to the crypto session brief. We're on Monday the 17th of April 2023. Let's have a look at crypto markets. We've been seeing Ethereum continue on its upwards trajectory. For months, traders speculated whether the Ethereum price would crash, well, whether the Ether price, I should say, would crash following the Ethereum blockchain's milestone Shanghai upgrade, or if it would rally. Well, now we know. Ether's price took off last week following the first ever enabling of crypto withdrawals from the blockchain staking mechanism. It blew past the 2,000 barrier on fresh enthusiasm that the success of the upgrade could lead to a surging growth in investor interest, essentially. So we saw a breakout technically of the ascending trend line, and from there we saw the horizontal and psychological 2000 level broken. And now we've just stabilized around, just under 2100 for the time being. And you can see on my charts here that this level that we cleared was the big one. That sort of 2000 area to 2000, and what was the highest, 2030. And now you can see we're just in this little region here where we did see some price rejections, it must be said. So anywhere around this 2090 to 2130 area, I'd be looking at this particular region here of where you saw some rejections. This is going back to May of last year, so you're talking around about a year ago. And you know, some of these areas here that were rejected, 21115, probably where we're at right now, 2085. That's probably why you've just seen a bit of a pause at these areas. Probably some sellers just with some, well, basically looking to jump in onto this rally and say, hang on a second, bit too enthusiastic, we're going to try you, we're going to knock you back down at least into that sort of 2030 area, and then, you know, it'll be decision time. Can we find new buyers, rebuild and go again to the upside? So that's where we're at on Ethereum. What else have we got to discuss today with the crypto brief? Well, really, there's not too much. Sorry to let you all down, but that's probably the main market mover at the moment. Bitcoin is heading lower. If anything, the Bitcoin story from today, moving lower while you got equity markets moving higher. Again, interesting because, you know, they've been moving in generally in correlation, but now they seem to be going in opposite directions. We've had equity markets in recent times moving lower with the banking crisis, etc., but Bitcoin stabilized, didn't go anywhere. But now you're seeing BTC just on today at least moving lower, whereas we've got the likes of the Euro Stocks index, which during the European session so far has been pushing to highs not seen since December of 2007. A really strong start to the day for the FTSE, for the DAX, but you can see there BTC heading lower. So that's where we're at on BTC. In terms of price, well, we're currently at 29,867. That support level for me is going to come in at around 29,230. Remember, this is a level that I discussed quite a lot last week. We talked about 30k and would that be important? I argued that 29,230 was more important. You can see all the support off this level and then resistance most recently. So that remains key for me moving forward, and maybe we do see a big test of that particular level on BTC coming up. Ripple is pretty much sideways. We've had a little bit of volatility late last week, but that's just stabilized again, and we haven't really moved from that 50 cents region. Litecoin is rejected off one of our overhead levels. We've talked about 1 or 2 on these briefs for some time now. If you've been tuning in, then you'll know 1 or 2 to the upside was my overhead target, and you can see we reversed almost off the point of 1 or 2. So well done to those who might have had some sells waiting up a lot up here. Get my words out. 100 wasn't able to hold, more psychological level. To be honest, it's not really anything for me. But you can see we have been successful on Litecoin for some time in putting in continuous higher lows. The most recent one being here at around 91. Now we need to see if we can repeat the trick with an important one, maybe being put in around 95, and then we can resume our ascendancy for a retest of 1 or 2. But for now, that does look like the near-term top, so I wouldn't be surprised to see some further downside, at least into around the 95 level for me. Not too much else to add from my end for today. In terms of the calendar as well, we're pretty thin on the ground today, so the US session won't be springing up any surprises. And yeah, we'll just trade with overall direction and flow today, which with Bitcoin appears to be to the downside, at least temporarily. You can see just over the weekend, we did have a bit of a doji bar there for the weekend's trade, an inside bar on Friday. That was Thursday's bar. That's Friday's. That's the weekend. So you can see just taking out those lows, so some consolidation. So if anything, this is a technical breakout to the downside. So that's how I'd like to see maybe a retest of 230 from here. I'll wrap up my brief on that note. Until next time, all the best with your crypto trading. Take care and bye for now.